All right. So what we're going to do today is take a look at Johnny Mercer's Autumn Leaves, and we're going to do a melodic analysis of this tune. And in terms of a quick harmonic analysis, it's just a bunch of 2-5-1s. We're in the key of G, as you can tell by the key signature, and then we have a 2-5-1-4 in the key of G major, and then 2-5-1 in the relative minor. And then the same deal happens again, 2-5-1 relative minor, 2-5-1 then the major, 2-5-1 relative minor, and then that 4 chord appears again, and then a 5 and a 1. So it's a very, very simple tune in terms of its chord progression, and simple and lovely and very effective. All right. So now, if we start to take a look at the melody, and we play the melody where it's written, right? That would put us down here. Right? But as you can see, if we want to build a chord melody, we have to put chord notes, chord tones, the chords underneath the melody. And when we play it this low, we're not going to be able to do that. It's going to sound muddy, and it doesn't give us much room to do anything. So what we want to do is move the melody up an octave, and it sits pretty nicely in the middle of the fretboard, right? So here we have the E, and so there's the melody. Now, and we're going to get into this a little bit deeper, so that you can play it too. You can play it and memorize it as as you're going through this video with me, right? First of all, it's a sequential melody. Sequential meaning that there's, well, hey, I'm no dummy. It means that there's a sequence going on, and this sequence is it runs up the scale. In this case, from the sixth to the seventh to the root, right, and then jumps up a fourth to the C. And then we do the same kind of thing, going down a step, right, in the scale. Again, up a fourth, and then do the same thing again, starting one step lower. So it's always that same sequence, right, and then to the end. All right. So that's cool. So it's a sequential melody, and we're in the key of G. So rather than try to just figure out where those notes are without having a template on which to place those notes, rather than do that, you should have the template at least of this G major scale. Underneath your fingers. We may as well go down to the bottom. Right? So there's a G major scale in that, in that fifth position region. Now, as we said before, this tune flips back and forth between the major and the relative minor. If I wanted to take that same scale that I just played and instead play an E Aeolian, or the E relative minor, all I would do is take exactly the same notes and start on E. Listen to the difference there at the beginning, right? Right, that's definitely right. Right. So there's very clearly it's a minor sound. All I did was start on the E instead of the G, right? So that's a good idea to do as well. Is to just play the scales as major scales or minor scales. The only thing that you have to do is change that root. All right, so let's just go back and take a little another subsequent look at this melody. And where am I? Okay, so we just now you'll notice that that in measure 7 we have a B to a C sharp to a D sharp to an E to a G. I'm sorry, E minor and the third of E minor, the G note. So if I take those notes and try to figure out what that's about, really what it's about is the scale has gone from the relative Aeolian minor, just using only the notes of the G major scale, for instance, and now we have this C sharp, which is the 6th degree of the E minor scale, and the D sharp, which is the 7th degree of the E minor scale. And so this gives us a melodic minor scale, ascending melodic minor scale. And so rather than the natural minor scale, which would sound like this, right, this is important too, because it'll inform your soloing later on. So rather than that natural minor, what we've got is this raised 6 and raised 7. Check it out. All right, and that remembering that chords come from scales, right? That's those changes of the C sharp and the D sharp will produce that B7 chord that we have here, because the B7 chord, the notes in a B7 chord, if we play the arpeggio, are B, D sharp, right, F sharp, and A. So there's that D sharp, and here it is here. Right, there's the D sharp found in that melodic minor scale. These are important things because they will inform your single note line playing too, right? If you can grab that B7 chord, and with the D sharp, it'll just that D sharp will what it does is it leads up to the E minor, right? Okay, cool. Now, moving on, we second ending D sharp. Let's play that a little bit. Second ending, here we come. Okay, well, no, I'll take it from the beginning and take the second ending. So then we have, from the beginning, obviously it repeats the same. And then the second ending, we have the F sharp. So there's a little change there, rather than that little bit that we have in the melodic minor scale. We have a little change here: F sharp, a G, and ending up resolving to the E minor chord. Okay, all right, and then moving along. And well, then we have to move up to here, or else we can't get that high D. I'm not going to do the harmonic bit yet. Okay, so that's the whole melody. You can hear that it's a very diatonic melody. Diatonic means according to the scale. All the notes are according to the scale. Naturally, there's different places you can play these notes, but this is as good. This works in the middle of the fretboard. Again, so sequential, right? That octave. All in that same scale. And that it has that descending line, which we'll do later. There's my B7. Oh, I can't even get a harmonic there. There it is. Okay, so there you go. That's a bit of a melodic analysis. Now, in order to, if you really want to dig in, and you want to really prep for starting to build an arrangement on a tune like this, I would very strongly suggest working your way through each of the scales that are related on the fretboard. Now, in all positions, right? G major should be a happy guitar key. You can start right with just G major in open position. If you want to change it to minor, you just start on the E and then work your way up the fretboard in vertical positions, meaning just you're playing them this way. G, and then if I wanted to play it as an E, I can start it on any E. Oh, you get the idea. To work them through the fretboard, up and down the fretboard. I'm sure you must know these five. Some people call them caged positions or whatever. So the last one would well, yeah, may as well do them all. So this one we've looked at, right? That sits nicely for the melody, right? And then G here. And then G here. And then finally, we're going to have G and an octave. an octave higher. Work those, as you're learning a tune like this, don't try to circumvent uh, getting getting to the point where you can play it anywhere on the fretboard, right? Know where you are on the fretboard. The same thing goes for the chords. Work your way through the chord forms, whatever chord forms you're going to use, and work through your 2-5-1s. Explore the fretboard and find those 2-5-1s up and down the fretboard, because this whole tune is saying I need you to know your 2-5-1s in all positions on the fretboard. And when you've done that kind of preparatory work, getting down to the music of the matter is going to be a lot easier. So that's a melodic look at Autumn Leaves by Johnny Mercer, and a great standard, and in a lovely key for the guitar player. If you do ever get or have the opportunity to play with horn players, you very well may be asked to play this in the key of B flat, which is cool. If you want to transpose this to the key of B flat, all you do is take it up a minor third. That means that the A minor will be a C minor, and the D will be an F, and the G will be a B flat, and so on. You just do that through the whole chart, and you're going to be in the key of B flat. All right, so good. That was a little bit of a melodic analysis of a great standard, Autumn Leaves. We're looking at it in the key of G major. Get your fingers through the melody, be able to sing the melody in your head, and get it away from open position, which is not gonna help you, do too much, right? So get it up an octave so you can start working with it. Okay, if this was a help to you, that would be great. I sure hope it was. Like, subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, down there. Okay, good. Thanks, and we're going to see you really soon.